Hello, welcome back to my channel and to the next in our series of getting organised for Christmas. Now, just let me make one thing clear right from the outset. I am not one of these people who has got the Christmas music on already. It's only October. I'm not sitting down watching Christmas movies yet. If you follow me on social media, on Instagram or Facebook, you'll know that I'm all about celebrating the season that we're in and really trying to anchor yourself in the current season. But that doesn't mean that you can't have an eye on the next one and just do a little bit of forward prep. So I'm thinking about Christmas when I have to, I'm ticking the things off my list when I need to, but I'm still really loving the autumn season. So don't worry, I'm not going to be bombarding you with Christmas music and all the Christmas things. It's just about getting a little bit more organised. And if you're one of those people who last year vowed that next year would be different, then this is exactly the place you need to be right now to make sure that that happens this year. So this is video number 2 in the series. I'm going to link video 1 just down below in the description box, so that'll let you jump back and catch up on that. If you are discovering these videos in October, fantastic. You can follow along and hopefully get lots out of it, lots of lists, lots of to-dos, check them off as you go. If you stumble across them in November or even December, that's okay. You can just catch up on them all. It will give you a bunch of lists that you can then check off. You'll have a little bit less time to do it all in, but at least you'll have the lists and you can hopefully just catch up. So each week I said there will be just a little bit of homework to do, some tasks that you need to do for that week to keep you on track. I'm trying to keep myself on track as well. So we talked last week about, deciding the kind of Christmas that you want and where you're going to spend it, and trying to get the family to commit, so that once you know that important stuff, where you're going to be, who's all coming, because that will inform a lot of your decisions going forward. So I think I've got my family just about organised. We will be hosting here. I think there will be 11 of us around the table, with another couple probably coming earlier in the day and then going on elsewhere for dinner. So yeah, I'm on track too, hopefully. So yeah, let's get on with video number 2 and see what we need to be thinking about this week. So in these early weeks, what we're really aiming to do is to kind of front load the tasks with all the things that can be done this early. A lot of things are people dependent, other people dependent, or date dependent, that you just, with the best will in the world, you just have to leave until a little bit later. There's a lot of food that you just can't possibly buy just now because the sell-by dates are, it's way too early. And much as you want to be super organised this year, you can't always force your family to be that organised. So you might need to wait on them making decisions about things. And if you've got little ones in the family, then you know how hard it is to try and get the Santa list nailed. It can be a bit of a challenge sometimes to explain that Santa does need a little bit of warning just to make sure that he can get all the right things to the right girls and boys. So I'm sure you're probably still working on getting little ones to get their list organised. So lots of things that can't be organised just now, but lots of things that can be. So that's what we're trying to put on the sort of to-do list this early in the season. So let's see what we can do this early on. So we are going to start with a couple of tasks on the gift category. I think gifts, along probably with food and drink, are the 2 categories that probably give us the most stress over Christmas, trying to think what on earth to get people. But I think this early on, you can, start asking people what they would like for Christmas. Just send out a few messages, hey, just starting to think about Christmas. I know it's early, but I'd love to get you something that you'd really love this Christmas. Is there anything you're already thinking about? Or equally, is there anything that you really don't want? We all know that it happens. Somebody loves a particular thing, a particular product, and then the whole family gets them that for Christmas and they are fully stocked and they just don't want to say no more. So give them the opportunity to say, look, I love this, but I'm already fully stocked, don't need any more, thank you so much. So yeah, first task this week is ask people what they would like. If you've got little ones, get them to start thinking about, the Santa list, and there probably are a few things that you can already start thinking that they might like, and tuck them away. So first thing on the list is ask people what they would like. Next thing really in the gift category, very simple, just keep an ideas list for everyone on your list. Keep it somewhere really handy, somewhere you can access it all the time. So maybe it's the notes app in your phone, maybe you've got another list app in your phone, or a little notebook that you can just keep with you all the time. But start to jot down ideas when you're out and about and you see something. Start actively looking for ideas, and just jot them down and just keep a running list. So to start you in your kind of gift inspiration, what you should be doing now is start to gather all those gift guides. A lot of places will still produce Christmas catalogues, so gather as many as you can. Maybe buy a couple of magazines that have got, a gift guide in them. So all of the magazines that would have come out at the beginning of October, which are technically November's magazines, will all have the gift guides in them already. So start browsing those. Keep an eye on social media. Facebook, Instagram are great places for really unique gifts, because all small businesses, that's where they're going to be promoting their products. And once you start to browse some of them, of course, those algorithms will send a whole load your way. So start, using those to, browse and discover gifts. Browse websites like Etsy, have a look on there. Just pay attention when you are in a store. If you've got some time to go and have a look at the kind of Christmas gift department, certainly in the likes of the UK, Boots, Marks and Spencer's, John Lewis, they'll all start to have their Christmas gift area. Actively have a look at them, start browsing, just start the wheels turning, to give you that inspiration. See what's out there this year, so that you can start thinking about specific gifts for specific people. And over the coming weeks, I will certainly be doing my very best to be eyes and ears on the ground. So keep an eye on my social media, Facebook, Instagrams. It's just at The Seasonal Touch on both of them. And I'll try and, bring you as much as possible. If I see something that I think, well, that is a great gift, then I'll pop it on there. So keep an eye on those. I'll also be pulling together some collections, and I'll be linking them in the description box below here, so that you can have a browse there as well. And just starting to think about other ways to gift. So one of the ways I like to think about gifting is by sort of batching gifts. And what I mean by that is, a couple of different things. First of all, is there a group of people that you can batch together and get one gift for? Maybe a family gift, maybe it's a family day out, or a family membership to the local zoo, or just something that you can give as one family. Maybe it's everything they need for a family games night, a couple of games and some snacks and drinks, and pool them all together. So yeah, can you pool a group of people together and get one gift for them? Another way to batch gifts would be to think, are there a group of people that you can get pretty much the same gift for everyone? If you've got lots of, nieces and nephews, for instance, maybe this is the year, can you get them all pajamas? And maybe different ages, you might get everybody PJs, but the little ones you get a little cuddly toy for. Maybe some older nieces, you might get a furry kind of hot water bottle for. Maybe if you've got some book lovers that there's some keen readers in that group, then maybe they all get PJs, but a couple of them get a book to read. You could tick a lot of people off the list with the same gift. Or maybe this year, there's maybe sort of 3 or 4 adults, whether it's, sisters, brothers, brother-in-laws, whatever. Maybe this year you get them all a magazine subscription, but they just differ by whatever their interest is. So there's different ways that you can think about batching gifts, but it's like one gift idea ticking lots of people off your list. Another way you might want to think about batching gifts is by doing gift baskets. So for example, everybody gets a gift basket around about their kind of hobby. So maybe you've got real cinema buff, so you could get some passes to the local cinema with, put them in a basket with some popcorn. Maybe you can find online a coffee mug with a movie quote on it. Maybe you pop in there, a cozy blanket for movie nights at home, but around a kind of theme, around their kind of hobby or interest. But it sometimes just makes it a bit more fun when you pull things together and put them in a basket. And again, I'll be trying to come up with lots of ideas like that for you around things that I see when I'm out and about. So I'll be putting them on my Facebook and Instagram. So another reason to kind of follow me on there and keep an eye open for those. But yeah, gift baskets are always a great idea. And sometimes I think people dismiss gift baskets because they think it's like an easy option, just, I don't know, like a wine and chocolates gift basket. But I think, you can use your imagination and get quite creative quite easily and, produce something that's really quite unique. So that's another idea. Okay, another task that you should do this week is to set yourself a deadline for when you want to have all your Christmas gift shopping done. And along with that, set yourself your plan B if you don't manage to come up with something for a particular person. So what I mean by that is, let's say you've got a brother on your list and they're difficult to buy for, and you say to yourself, right, I'm going to give myself until, I don't know, December the 15th. You need to set the date because only you know, maybe you're going to see your brother on a particular date and that's going to influence, when you need to have the gift by. Maybe you can leave it a bit longer because you've got a week's holiday from work the week before Christmas. So really only you can set these dates, but decide the date that you are going to have that gift by and what your plan B is. So if creativity doesn't strike by the 15th of December, I'm buying him a book token, or I'm buying him a gift voucher, or I'm going to buy him some nice wine. Because hopefully that will take the stress out of it, because a lot of the stress comes from the kind of panic that sets in the closer and closer and closer you get to Christmas. You've not thought of anything and you think, what am I going to do? But at least if you've got that plan B idea in your head, then hopefully that should take the stress out of it. And when you get to that date and you haven't managed to find anything else, you know that you just have to go out and buy the wine or buy the beer or buy the gift voucher or whatever it is. And your plan B should be something that's going to be really easy to execute. You can just nip to the shops and get a gift voucher, or nip to the grocery store and get the wine, or whatever that might be. But yeah, set the date, the deadline date for your gifts, and what your plan B is. Okay, this next tip is the one that I need to listen to myself this year and take heed, because it's the one that I promise myself every year I'm going to do, and I never manage to do it. But this year, you heard it here, this year will be different. And that is to wrap as you go. I'm going to be telling you kind of early November-ish is when you need to have all your paper and tags and all of that, all your supplies by. So if you're getting anything just now, I'll forgive you if it's not wrapped. But that is the one thing that, I don't know why, but it just seems to take so long. Maybe you are the kind of person that just loves to put the Christmas music on, set yourself a date. So, okay, let's put it this way. Either, if you are the person who loves to put the Christmas music on, get the mulled wine going, get all the gifts out, maybe you've not got too many gifts to wrap and so it becomes a bit of an event. Let's say, put a date in your diary of when you are going to wrap those gifts so that you protect that date so that you don't run out of time. If you're not that person, like me, I don't particularly love spending a whole 2 days wrapping gifts. So for me and anybody like me, wrap as you go, non-negotiable. Okay, so we're going to move now on to the food and drink category. A couple of things that really need to be done this week, tasks that arise from that category. The first one is book your grocery delivery slot now. If you are somebody who gets your groceries delivered and you want a Christmas slot, you might already have missed the boat depending on who your grocery store is, who you use to deliver them. I had a quick look online, certainly in the UK, it's a bit odd. Some of them, the dates have been out for weeks and probably are already booked up for the ones closest to Christmas. Some of them, I think Tesco, they've not actually released their dates yet. They'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So definitely jump online, check and see whether you can already get a slot for the grocery store that you use. If your store hasn't released their dates yet, make sure you know when they're going to release them and set yourself a calendar reminder to jump on and do that as quickly as possible. So yeah, grocery delivery, get it booked. Another thing you need to do this week is to get your turkey order in. Now, hopefully, if you did last week's homework, you should know by now or pretty soon who's all coming for Christmas dinner or where you're spending your Christmas. So if you use a local butcher, then you definitely need to get your Christmas order in as quickly as possible for your turkey, for your joint of beef, for your ham, whatever it is that you're having. You should know by now, hopefully, how many you've got round the table. So definitely get that order in to your local butcher this week. Okay, another task that needs done now is for you to take an inventory of all your kind of dishes, glasses, serving dishes, serving spoons, all of those type of things that you're going to need over the festive season. Have a look at them. Does anything need replaced? Do you need to get more wine glasses? Do you need more serving bowls? You don't need to buy them this week, but you need to just check them out and see what you need. Now, throughout November, as we head towards the kind of Black Friday sales, that might be a good opportunity to buy them. At the moment, you can just start having a look and see, what's out there that you like, that you might think about getting. But this week, do the inventory, have a look and decide what it is that you need to buy. And then the master shopping list that we created last week, you can add those things on there so that when you're out and about, you can just start looking at prices and get ideas before you make the purchase. But definitely do that inventory and decide now what needs bought. Okay, the very last task for this week is to have a think about when you want to put your Christmas decorations up, when you want to go and get your Christmas tree. Have a look on your calendar, pick a free date and put it on the calendar or in your diary and protect that date. Because there's nothing worse than having the idea in your head that you'll all go as a family to pick out your tree or you'll all decorate together and then find that everybody else has got plans that day, or you thought about putting it on a certain day and then find that something else gets put on the calendar and you don't actually have a free day to do it. So have a think about when you want that to happen, pick a suitable date, put it in the diary and then protect it. And so that's it for this week. A few more tasks on the to-do list. We feel like we're making progress, and that's really what it's all about. I'm not, as I said at the beginning, trying to immerse everybody in Christmas in October. It really is just to put Christmas on the radar, start ticking off the easy tasks now, make progress as we go so that we can have a more joy-filled festive season and not a stress-filled one. So please do think about following me on Instagram and Facebook. It's at The Seasonal Touch, where I will be popping in lots more inspiration for gifts and food ideas and all the things as I come across them. In the description box here, I'll list the link for last week's video and a link to the kind of gift guides that I'm compiling. Hopefully lots more inspiration there. And if I could ask you just one last favour, and that is please do think about subscribing to the channel, because what that then does is it tells YouTube that it's a video that is useful, worth watching, that people might get something out of if people are subscribing to the channel because of it. And that will hopefully put it in front of a few more people that could really use it, that would really get a lot out of this series of videos. So that is it for this week, and I will see you next week.